Hey, what's happening, people? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna look at field flash photography. I'm gonna use the Godox AD200 Pro II, the new flash. I'm really excited about this flash, and we reviewed this AD200. I'm gonna put a link somewhere here on the screen, and of course I'm gonna link it below too. We're gonna try to see how it performs in a real life situation. I use it a little bit in the office, around the studio a little bit, but I didn't check it out, like to take it for a photo shoot out on the field. And today we'll test it out to see how it works. Of course, I wanna see how easy it is to handle and the color accuracy on this flash. And we'll put all this together in a little field flash tutorial. We're out on location, the light levels are changing consistent here, and as always in a situation like this, you have to assess the direction of your ambient light. I have the sun setting to my front and left of me, and I want to position my subject to have a little bit of side light, just to be able to rub the light a little bit better around the face. After this light direction assessment, of course, we're gonna go over the gear. I'm shooting with the new Godox AD200 Pro II. I have the 44-inch glow softbox is the easy one, the one who snaps in place. And I have my Canon R5 with a 35 1.4 lens, and of course I'm gonna use the 85 1.2 lens. I just bought the two primes with me because we had to hike to this location far away, and I didn't want to have too much gear. I'm going to establish my ambient light levels. I'm going to take some meter readings with my Sekonic meter. Of course, I'm going to meter the flash too, and on the final exposure, I just want 20 to 30% of the flash contribution to the final picture. So just a bit of a pop to open up the shadows. And because the light is directional, I'm trying to position the flash in the same direction as the ambient light is coming, just to look more natural and wrap around my subject. I am paying attention of my background. I need to keep the rich color in the skies, and also I'm gonna pay attention to my foreground, middle ground, where my subject will stay in the background all the time. I will try to don't spill too much of the light from the flash on the ground, just illuminate the face a little bit to give a little bit of nice open shadow look on the face of Lydia, who is with us today. Without any further ado, let's jump on in and start cooking. We have, again, Lydia with us today for this tutorial, and Leo, who is the cameraman, but right now is trying to help us out with holding the stand here because it's pretty windy. I will take an exposure reading for the ambient, and of course I'm gonna add the flash into the settings, and I'm gonna pop the flash, and I'm just dialing down to make sure that only 30% of the total exposure is contributed to the flash. This looks very natural. I'm shooting at 1.4 ISO 100. I have my flash is at 8 power and this 44-inch parasnap, and we're gonna take a couple of shots just to see how it works. One without the flash. I'm gonna pop in the remote control. We'll take a picture, and I think we're looking really, really good. I'm increasing the flash maybe another 7/10, and it looks really, really natural with it. Can you move a little bit this way? I am paying attention to have some separation between foreground, middle ground, where Lydia is, and I'm trying to keep the color in the skies really bad. You have to go a little bit more. Leo, yes. Let's see if we have to move the flash or we just have to work it this way. You need to come a little bit closer. We got to keep the... If we move the subject, we have to move the flash closer to the subject. I'm seeing how it works, and it looks really, really good, fantastic. because I want to keep the aperture really wide open at f1.4. I'm shooting in a high-speed sync, and it's another thing I wanted to check with about this flash too. I have the shutter speed is 1/500, aperture is 1.4, ISO 100, and my flash is 1/8 of a power and 7/10, and I really like how nice the light is. It looks, so far, from a couple of shots here, it looks very consistent in color accuracy. It's not skipping a bit with this shoot, and makes everything look very natural. We took the AD200 Pro II to its paces. I think it works really good. We shot a lot in high-speed sync, and it was no problem at all to keep up with the shooting. Was recycling pretty fast, and I saw the color consistency is very accurate, is very consistent, and the images look very nice. I think the light quality is really impressive, and after we gonna edit the pictures, I think we'll have a final verdict, but so far I think it works super fine. Anyway, just to recap fast, when you get in location, check the direction of the ambient light, take a meter reading, establish your exposure. If you want to underexpose the background, just increase your shutter speed a little bit. You're going to choose the f-stop first, because you want to see how much depth of the field you want, and you just play with the shutter speed to increase or to decrease your exposure. I'm not a big fan of super underexposed backgrounds. It's why I keep the flash on the very low settings, just to be for a fill light. After I establish my exposure for the ambient, I'm going to bring the subject in. I will determine the exposure for the flash. I use a handheld meter. I'm trying to have the total contribution of the flash to the exposure between 20 and 40% of an overall exposure. Just a little bit of light is why I have the flash at very low settings at 8 power, and was pretty far away in a big 44-inch softbox. I wanted just a little bit of light to make my subject pop. Of course, you're going to pay attention to your foreground, middle ground, and background. Try to keep everything together, and you just go to town. If you guys like to learn more about flash photography, please check out my other videos. I'm going to put some links here. We're going to explain more about flash in different situations. If you have any questions, please comment below, and I will get back to you. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.